Alright, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders slash apostles that great millstone. Shalom, to all the sincere brethren, throughout the earth. And today is Valentine's Day, and it's a pagan holiday, but you're gonna have a lot of adultery being committed today, you know. And I'm just gonna get right into it. This is Matthew 12 and 39. But he answered and said unto me, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Yeah, but the point is, the generation we live in is the evil and adulterous generation. It was back when Yahweh Shai was on the scene. Just think of how worse it is now. And that's one of the things the Lord hates. This is Leviticus 20 and 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, and the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right? So that means the man and the woman shall be put to death. Because these women ain't innocent. They're a bunch of sluts and hoes out here. That says the Bible. The scripture says the adulteress and the adulterer shall be put to death. So you got all this adultery being committed, on a daily basis here in America. And the majority is because of the vibration that's pushed out through the music industry, through the movies, through the whole entertainment industry that is controlled by the Jews. They push out this adultery to keep the nation of Israel going off. Further pushing their New World Order agenda. Their bullshit philosophy, which is totally wicked, totally against the scriptures. This is Exodus 20 and 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. This is written all throughout the scriptures because, the Most High Jakes is stubborn people and hard-headed. So the Most High got to keep repeating himself, But, you're not supposed to commit adultery. Committing adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. If you have a wife, you go and get another wife. That's not adultery. But if you go and take if you go and get a woman that's already married or betrothed to another man, that's adultery. The Most High is gonna put judgment upon you for that. This is Deuteronomy 23 and 12. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. And that's and look at the nation of Israel today, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, and Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which represents all of the 12 tribes of Israel. And the scripture says there shall be no whores among the daughters of Israel. Well, look at the nation of Israel today as a whole. It's an evil and adulterous generation. All these women are whores and sluts. They'll have multiple semen shot into them. That's why they're all bipolar and crazy and shit. Got like 4 and 5 different baby dads. A lot of them probably were raped by their uncles and shit when they were younger. That's why they act that's why they act the way they do towards you when you get into a relationship with these women. That's how Esau hates women. Because he totally just destroyed them. He totally made them destroy themselves. By beguiling them, because the serpent knows that the woman is the weaker vessel, so he's going to tempt the woman to tempt the man, so he can kill the man. Because the men are the gold. The Most High said, I would make a man more precious than gold. But Deuteronomy 23 and 17, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And you look at all these men out here, they're a bunch of faggots. You could Google this right now. They got this dude named Starship God. He's saying that he just signed with Birdman and how he committed sexual acts with the dude to get the record deal. Again, his name is Starship God. You know, you can look that up. This is Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lie with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put evil away from Israel. Right. So if this was the ancient world, and you caught your woman committing adultery on you with a man, you're supposed to kill both of them. You try to do that in this world, Esau's gonna lock your ass up. You know, so we have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove out here. You know, when dealing with these women. You know, because it's you can't have too much trust in a woman. You know, this is the wickedest society in America. You can't be all shocked and shit when you find a woman committing adultery on you. You know, you're just gonna have to stay in the spirit and adjust accordingly. You know, expect it to happen. You know, the scripture says, "Marvel not if she trespass against thee." You know. Yeah, because man, basically, you know, the way the world is going, these women are at an all-time high of wickedness. You know, and it could cause a lot of men to go off. You know, so if you're in this truth, Most High woke you up to this truth while you with the woman, and you had to part from her or whatever. Then you know, really, shouldn't be seeking a woman. You know, but if you do get another woman, then you got to deal with her according to knowledge because. Let's just get it. Just drop that. Get this. This is 1 Corinthians 7:27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. So if you most already set you up with a woman, don't seek to be loose. You know, if you can deal with her according to knowledge, if she's not stopping you from serving the Lord, then you shouldn't seek to be loose. You know, because you know if she's not trying to argue with you every day, start fighting shit in front of your children, you know, giving you this major headaches, you know, then you shouldn't really seek to be loose. You know, art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. But if you had to cut a woman off, then you shouldn't be seeking a wife. You know, that's what the scripture said. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. You know. But and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. So if you do get another woman, you have not sinned. You know. But I'm gonna skip down to 29. But this I say, brethren, that the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none. Right? Because now is high time. You know, the time is short. So they that have wives should be as though they have none. Now that doesn't mean that you know you totally ignore your woman. You just have to remain that balance, and just always know that in the back of your mind she can turn on you like that because these women are very fickle, like the elders say. You know, like Lot's wife look back. These women will look back on you. You know, so you gotta always keep that in mind. You gotta always remember Lot's wife. You know, that's why I said to be though if they had none. You know. All right. This is verse 31. And they that use this, Salaki, verse 30. And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Right? The scripture says the triumph of the wicked is short. And that's talking about Esau's rulership. You know, the fashion of this world passes away. Having women ruling over men, a woman can pass to a man. All these unrighteous decrees, child support, the fashion of this world passes away. You know, but I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried carry for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. Which is why the scripture says, seek not a wife, because you really should be trying to give diligence to make sure your calling and election is assured. Because the time is short here in America. The Most High is going to destroy this place, and you really don't want to get caught up on a woman. When all these women are evil as shit anyway. She's probably committing adultery on you anyway. And you really don't want to get put to death over a bitch that's not even yours. But he that is married carry for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. So if you are married, your woman is in the world, she's totally, entwined in this world. All she cares about is Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, etc. You're going to try to please her. You're going to be at all those get-togethers, buying all type of flowers and stuff like that. So you're going to be seeking to please your wife. And it happened to King Solomon. So it happened to the best of us. There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman can carry for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and spirit. So it goes for the woman too. The woman that's unmarried, she's caring about how to please the Lord. But when she gets married, she's caring about how to please her husband. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. Just like Eve. She eat it and she said, the serpent beguiled me and I did eat. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. She commit adultery on you, come back to the house, kiss you and your children, and basically play it off like she ain't did nothing. Start cooking dinner or whatever, but the whole while you thought she went to work. You really gotta watch these women, and you really gotta be as though you not have a wife, because these women are on this side. Satan uses these women to destroy men. These women are wicked. You live in an adulterous generation, so you just gotta prepare for it. It's not a good idea to really move in with a woman, because you could be living with a woman, everything would be cool. Next thing you know, she'll flip out on you. Satan will jump on her, and she'll start flipping out on you. And it could be because she committed adultery, could be because she wanted to commit adultery, could be just because she wanted to kick you out. And then you will have to get out of there, She end up stealing all your shit, taking your name off the lease, and then if she call the police on you, they're going to justify her over you, if the Lord ain't with you, But really, dealing with these women to just put you in a fucked up situation. That's why Paul is saying, it's better for a man not to touch a woman. This is Proverbs 27 and 15. A continual dropping in a very rainy day, and a contentious woman are alike. So like, you got a very rainy day, and you got a woman that's contentious, meaning she always trying to fight. They're the same. This is Proverbs 23:27. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. That's talking about all these women here in America. They're a deep ditch. You end up fucking with this woman, get her pregnant. Now she took your child away from you, and you're on child support. So now you're paying child support for a child you can't see. So these women are a deep ditch, a trap, a snare. And that's all these women think about is fucking your life up. She also lies in wait as for a prey, and increases the transgressors among men. So now you got this woman pregnant, and you can't see your child, but let's say you do end up getting custody of your child. You go down there to see her. This bitch got your child thinking that another man's dad. Now you get into it with, this guy behind your child. So she increases the transgressions among men. And there's plenty of cases of that where men have killed other men of the woman, and the woman is scot-free with another man. This is Proverbs 21:19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. All right, so this is King Solomon. He says it's better to live in the wilderness, with snakes, lions, whatever's out there. It's better to live in that element than to live with a contentious and angry woman. Especially in this society, because if you caught with a domestic violence case, they're gonna slay you, because they put the woman on the pedestal. And then just jump down to verse 9. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Now, say you might have a bigger house. Scripture says it's better to dwell in one little corner of that whole mansion than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Because she always trying to fight you in front of your kids or something. She might be cooking food, throwing food at you. It's all because of her wickedness. Her guilty conscience. Because a lot of the times these women cheat on you and they have that guilty conscience. So in order to get rid of it, they start arguments with you and shit. Because they ain't right. And because you're in the right, they gotta try to make it seem like you're doing something wrong. And these women ain't gonna get away with this, man. The Most High is gonna, just like the Most High is gonna kill 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Guess what? A lot of women consist of those 2/3. There's more women out here than men. And for you brothers that have been in that situation with a wicked ass woman, you had to cut her off. Don't even worry about it. The Most High is gonna take that judgment. Don't even worry about it. Let the Most High revenge you. You can't see your kids, or you gotta pay child support. You gotta find somewhere else to live now. Just keep the Most High first, and the Most High give you what you need. This is Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. Right. Let's talk about all these women out here from the nation of Israel. They're gonna see that the white man was the enemy the whole time, beguiling them to destroy them. At the same time, destroying the men from the nation of Israel. And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Because these women, they don't have faith. They don't believe in the Most High. They don't have faith in the Most High. And in 2 Timothy, it tells you that First Timothy 5:15. For some are already turned aside after Satan. A lot of these women are following Satan. So they don't believe in the Most High. They go in where the power is. And when the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Satan has total dominion over this place. So that vibration of adultery is pushed heavy up her. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Where is Yahweh thy power? Where is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power? That's what these women say. They might not come out and say that, but with their actions, that's what they're basically saying. My eyes shall behold her, and now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Right? So the Most High, this might give you the pleasure of seeing her judgment, seeing her get put to death. Her and the nigga she committing adultery with. But the scripture says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. Martial law, the collapse of this economy, not being able to get child support no more or food stamps, or Section 8, that's when the woman is going to be in straits right now. Because right now, the men don't even have none of that. So it's like, what men, is worried about that shit. That's basically what the women go through. Their help from the white man. But they don't know that Esau setting them up to take that shit away from them. To make them take the chip, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. Let me get this in my pocket. This is Sirach 25, and I'm gonna start at 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Right, the plague of the heart is basically falling in love, being that spirit of trying to being in that spirit of always having this woman on your mind. Being so, the heart is talking about your mind. That goes back to the Hebrew word lav. So when you read heart in the scriptures, it's referring to your mind. So when you have a plague of the mind, it's actually talking about, well, in this case, it's talking about, always having this woman on your mind, what she's doing, where she's at, when she's doing this, when she's doing that, hope she's not doing this, hope she's not doing that. That's the plague of a heart. That's the plague of the heart. And that could really fuck your life up. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. I'm just jumped down to 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Alright, so scripture says it's better off to dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Because at least the lion's intention. At least a dragon's intention is to kill you. This woman you sleeping with her every night, she probably got like 4 or 5 different men on the side, but all the while she's still claiming to love you. The wickedness of a woman changing her face and darkening her countenance like sackcloth. Right, so she'll act all sad and depressed and shit, but really she's in the wrong the whole time. These women love to play the victim. That's their whole MO, playing the victim. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors. When he heareth it, it shall sigh bitterly. So that just makes a man bitter. Dealing with a wicked ass woman, that can make your whole life bitter. And not the bitterness of when you get the scriptures. How sweet and how honey and bitter in our stomach. Not that bitterness. The bitterness of, basically wanting to commit suicide. That bitterness. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Right? So, all these wicked women, they're going to end up with wicked men because they deserve each other. Scripture says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So you're trying to deal with this woman. Maybe you got with her. Maybe it's a brother out there that came into the truth, but you're still with a woman, and you begin to realize how wicked she was. Then the next thing you know, she committed adultery on him. She don't want to be with him no more. Well, the scripture says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. What goes around comes around. All the hell she put on you, Most High could put that right back on her. as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. So it says a brother that's quiet. He don't really, his spirit, he don't really speak that much. But he dealing with a woman that's always talking. She's loud and clamorous, just like the scripture said. Let me get this. This is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Okay, basically that's the point. But let me look up that word clamorous real quick. Right, and the word clamorous means noisy, insistent, basically loud and stubborn. Scriptures also say she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. All right, this is Proverbs 7:11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Right. So this bitch is all loud and argumentative and shit. And she's always in the club and shit. So this is Sirach 25:20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Sirach 25:20. So as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Right. So you got an old man trying to walk up a hill that's full of sand, sandy hill. Man can't even walk. You got it walking with a cane and shit. That's very difficult. It's the same as a quiet man dealing with a woman that's loud and stubborn. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Right. So if you see a beautiful woman, don't stumble at it, and don't desire her for pleasure, because Satan could jump on her and fuck your life up. A woman, if she maintaineth her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and reproach. So let's say you are dealing with a woman, you end up losing your job or whatever, and now she's the only one working. She's gonna be full of anger. She's gonna be full of reproach. She's gonna be talking shit to you, day in and day out. If you do leave and get a job, guess what? The bitch gonna commit adultery on you, because these women are hypocrites. And that's why the Most High is gonna kill a lot of these women. Because the scripture says He created a help meet for Adam. So what that means, the woman is supposed to help her husband in whatever he needs. So here it is, you got a bitch, you living with her, I'm talking about for a brother, and you doing what you got to do. You're not lazy, you're handling your business, but you might lose your job or whatever. What happens? You live in America. The society is totally unrighteous. So you end up losing your job. This bitch get on you for not having a job. But then, let's say you leave to get a job, or you go out to look for a job, she end up committing adultery on you. Because these women are hypocrites, man. A wicked woman abated the courage, make it in heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. Right? The wicked woman will totally make you discouraged, totally kill your confidence, totally give you a heavy countenance, you know, fuck up your whole mindset, have you thinking shit about yourself that's not even true, have you thinking, you know, the whole situation is your fault, you know, and a wounded heart because, you know, not being able to see your kids, you know, if you do have kids with a woman or if you've been with a woman and she end up talking all this shit to you and putting you down, commit adultery on you, you know, that could affect, you know, how you approach a woman, you know. So that could leave you with a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, making weak hands and feeble knees. And that's all these women out here. They're not going to comfort you when you're going through your shit. You know, only the Spirit is going to comfort you. You know, John 6:63, the words I speak unto you, they are spirit and life. That's why the scripture says that for those who have wives, be as though they have none. Right? Because this woman, the scriptures, which represents Sophia, you know, which means wisdom, is our only woman. You know, if the Most High bless you with a wife, then hey, deal with her according to knowledge. But you gotta remember, Lot's wife looked fat. You know, of the woman came the beginning of sin. So you read Genesis, Adam and Eve. You know, serpent came to Eve, beguiled her, and she in turn beguiled her husband. So of the woman became the beginning of sin. You know. Of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. You know, that's the reason why men died, because of the woman. That's the reason why a woman died, because of the woman. You know? This is 1 Timothy 2 and 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. So Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam wasn't deceived, the woman was deceived. You know? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. So because of Eve's transgression, she caused her man to transgress, in turn caused, you know, everybody to die. You know, give the water no passes, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So you're not supposed to give your woman liberty to gad abroad, especially a wicked, shameless woman, at all. You know, because she'll trespass against you. If she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Right, so you can't deal with her and, you know, worship Yahweh Hashem Shai like you want to, it's best for you to cut her off. You know, if you can't live with her without fighting with her every day or every other day, you know, in front of your kids, you know, or you're always arguing with her, then it's best to just cut her off, you know. Stop having sex with her, you know. Give her the bill of divorce and let her go, you know. This is Sirach 26 and 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that had hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. You know, so watch out for these women that are Scorpios. You know, a woman tell you she's a Scorpio, you better run the other way. Better get the fuck away from that bitch. This is Sirach 26 and 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that had hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. You know, so you might end up going back and forth with this woman for several years, you know, because the evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. And that could be through the court system, that could be going to see your child, that could be in many ways, you know. A drunken woman and a gathered broad cause a great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Right, so you could look a woman in her face and tell she's a whore now, just by her eyes, you know, give it away, you know. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over her with an impudent eye, and marvel not if she transgress against thee. Right. So you're not even supposed to marvel if she transgressed against you. You know, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. You know, and a lot of these women are thirsty. You know, you see it all day. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. All these half-naked pictures. Then you got all these thirsty niggas commenting, but the man is more thirsty than the woman. Now these hoes are more thirsty than these men. Alright, these men just don't have this knowledge which makes them simps. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Right, so every man she meet and she feel comfortable enough, she gonna sleep with him. You know, she gonna open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. You know, that's self-explanatory. You know, these women are complete sluts. Sleep with man after man after man. You know? I'm gonna jump down to verse 23. Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So if you're not in the truth and you're being wicked, then the Most High gonna give you a wicked woman. You know? And if you do come into the truth, you know, and you serving the Lord, the Most High take that wicked woman away from you. You know? A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reference her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And these women themselves call themselves bitches today. You know, but they'll get butthurt if you call them a bitch. But scripture justify it. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. A female dog is a bitch. It's plain and simple. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. You know? This is Isaiah 32, and I'm jump down at 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. You know, the daughters talking about all the women of the nation of Israel. You know, the careless daughters. You know, they don't have a care in this place because they're set on high. They're compassed to man. They got all these privilege over man. They set up on this pedestal over men. They have the choosing of men. You know, like that I Love New York show. They got like 20 different niggas they can choose from lined up. You know, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. Right? Satan don't stop helping these women. That means you're gonna lose child support, you're gonna lose food stamps, you're gonna lose Section 8, you're gonna lose the job, when the economy collapses, you're gonna lose everything. Basically, you know. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields of the fruit, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. You know, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, because the palaces thereof, because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left. The forts and towers shall be for dens forever. A joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks, until like I'm just okay. So like I'm jump back down to verse 32, chapter 32 and verse 2. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. The wind represents the destruction that's going to hit America. A man represents, you know, one of the elect men. You know, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. It's the 144,000, only 1/3. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest. Basically, a covering, a hiding spot. And the tempest represents the destruction. As rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So say you're in a big ass hot desert, you find a great rock that gives you shadow, shade. That's how the men are gonna be to these women out here. They're gonna want to get under that rock. I'm just gonna finish it out with Micah again. You know. This is Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? My eyes shall see her, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. With that, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the elders, last apostles at Great Millstone, and Shalom, Wakansad, to all our sincere brethren.